I have to say that the first word that comes in mind is optimistic. There's a lot of volatility and so on in the market, but 81% of our members, and the survey is just fresh from 2 weeks ago, are very positive about the outlook, where it was only 37%, a year ago. And two metrics, which I think are very important, is that 37% believe that they will grow in terms of revenue by 20%. And 38% believe that they will increase their hiring by 10%. So these are two markers of optimistic CEOs around the planet in the 102 countries where we did this survey.
Increase hiring by 10%. But by the same token, Xavier, I'm just curious, how much pressure is there from the workforce when you do the channel checks with your membership for higher wages? And is this increasingly going to be a challenge in 2022?
Yeah, we see three challenges. And then, you've been talking about inflation. Clearly, it's one focus of our members. 71% are, not optimistic about the inflation and its impact. We also have the impact of supply chain, where we can talk about, and you mentioned it. It's people seems to be at the top of, the attention of our members. And they're going to need to be very flexible to make sure they can retain their top talent, because today, 67% of them feel that it's very hard for them to find the right talent for the position. And even 55% when it's C-suites. So clearly, inflation is important, supply chain is important, but the people focus is going to be there for the coming months.
Yeah, Xavier, I know that 2% of respondents, and the survey, I think, encompassed about 101 of your members here, think that supply chain issues are going to be resolved in early 2022. That seems to go against the consensus, and that sounds a little bit more pessimistic to me. But countering that, and this is the interesting part, first of all, in addition to that, 2/3 of the people, your members, a survey, think that are somewhat concerned about inflation. Here's the but, though. This is the part that got me. 1 in 2, more than 1 in 2, 51% plan to raise prices. And CEOs, they don't raise prices because they feel like it. It's because they think they can. I think, for me, this seems to be the key.
Yeah, for what we mentioned and what we see when we go really in the detail of the studies is that, they cannot increase the price, as much as they would like to do. They're still going to need to work on optimization and productivity. But clearly, they're very optimistic. So, they see the revenue is going on, the demand is there. Of course, a little bit more in the US than in other countries. But these CEOs are worried about inflation, but doesn't make it like something that, they cannot work on. So they will raise price for 51% of them. That's exactly what you mentioned.